Good afternoon, passengers. As Airline Sergio Arboleda, we welcome you to our flight 1005 to destination to Republic of China. Airline Sergio Arboleda prepared a video about our future destination, so we invite you to look at the screen and enjoy. Thank you for flying with us. China is a country in East Asia. In this world, second most population country in our population extended. It means like 1.4 billion. China spans the equivalent of 5 time zones or borders 14 countries by land, tied with Russia. As having the most of any country in the world, this country have a nearly 1.6 million squares of kilometers. In this world, the third largest country by total of the land area. China consists of 22 provinces, 5 autonomous regions, and 4 municipalities, and 2 semi-autonomous special administration of the regions. The capital of China is Beijing, and the most population city at the largest financial center is Shanghai. The region that we know now as China has been inhabited since the Paleolithic area, with the Yellow River Basin being an cradle of civilization. The 6th to 3rd centuries saw both of significant conflict and emergence of classic Chinese literature and philosophy. China has been unified under an empire. A century is more than 2 million in which China has government by one of more imperial dynasties such as Han, Tang, Ming, and Qing. Some of China's most notable achievements, such as an invention in gunpowder and paper, the establishment of the sea law, and the building of the Great Wall. But the Republic of China, as we know today, million years ago, was called the Chinese Empire, which means an extensive period in the history of the Chinese nation under the rule of an empire. This empire extends chronologically from the Qing dynasty to the Qing dynasty, interrupted only by several wars of the eventual division of the territory of the empire into various, which means that eventually after a period of wars called the Fight of the Kingdoms, these fields were unified into a single great nation by the Qing dynasty. The architect of the conquest unification has King Shi Huang, and with his powerful army unified China. The first stage of China Empire begins a government that put an end to 5 centuries of failed stronger through an absolute central monarchy, and the head of the which has the Empire of the China. The Empire of China divided this kingdom at 36 provinces and dedicated the efforts of this intercommunication through roads and interposed roads, as well as the unification and standards of measure were starting to get heavier currencies on the call of laws start the unification of the writing of the colonies Great China War. One of the most important things of China has been the Chinese Great Wall that has been constructed to defend the limits of the empire from the attacks of the Mongol nomadic tribes that has been particularly important during this time. In the 1229, China has been covered by the Mongol Empire in the hands of the successors of Genghis Khan. These people has been controlling the total of the nation, wherein the government called the Rangers of Mansi, and living the hands of the dynasty created by them that has been drawn. One of the most important things that you have to know about China is the Late Empire. The Late Empire began in the fall of the Mongol Empire and the return of the Chinese dynasties, which were the Ming and the Qing, the last. The spirit culminated in numerous defense of the empire and the hands of foreign powers such as the British Empire, such as known as the Opium Wars, and the situation under arrest and stabilization of the force in the Qing into a series of institutional forms. The Ming Dynasty is famous for the 15 years of economy, commercial and artistic brilliance, of which numerous bases, imperialists, and other precious artifacts show the abundance of the mineral resource and dedication of the artisans of the time. But one of the most significant things about China is the most robust muscle of the empire as the agriculture. Imen, an empire needs in specialty, sugar, cane, rice, wheat and barley. Another polar area has been mining abundant in copper, gold, iron and lead. Being all said, we thank you for paying attention to the information that we bring you. Have a nice flight.